So what we're doing is going backwards. Very good. So on the front, we had an equation and we filled in all of our columns, right? Filled in all the charts. Now they're giving us the answers lane and we're going backwards and writing what the equation is. All right, so how do we start?
Y equals.
You can start y equals. Put the amplitude in front of the sine. So this would be 2 sine parentheses with a plus 8 on the end.
How do you know it's sine?
Okay, good question. I should have read the instructions. Let's read the instructions. The instructions for 1 through 4 say write an equation of the sine function. So 1 through 4 are all going to be sine. We're going to put sine right there in that spot on 1 through 4. All right, any question how we started it? All right, next thing we have to do, we've got to figure out what number goes here and what number goes there, and then we'll have our equation. So, to find the first number, take the period they are giving you in the problem. Write it down, 2 pi over 1. All right, we're going to set that equal to the formula for period. What's the formula for period?
2 pi over k.
2 pi over k. So, if you use the number from period, you got to use the formula that goes with it. And we're going to cross, multiply, and divide, and we want to find out what is k.
So 1.
Drew's right. This one you don't really have to do the cross multiplying. Why? Because look, if the top numbers are equal, then the bottom numbers have to be equal too. So if that's 1, so this would be 1x or just x. Correct.
How will you know if you have to put a plus or minus sign?
You mean for the second number in the parentheses? It'll show you. But just remember, Jalen, there will always be an x automatically. Whatever number you get over here for k, put an x with it. All right, for the last spot we got to figure out, take the number they give us for phase shift. In this case, it's pi over 2. And we want to set that equal to the formula for phase shift. What was y'all's formula for phase shift? Negative c over k. I'm going to put negative c over 1. Where did the 1 come from? We already figured out what k was before. It was 1, so I'm putting 1 in place of it. This one we have to cross multiply and divide. I don't think you want to try to do this one in your head. Times this way first, you got negative 2 and c. Times this way, 1 times pi just equals pi. Now, how do you know what we divide by? You always divide by what's with the variable. So we're going to divide by negative 2. So I've got a minus pi over 2. It was a negative, so I wrote minus pi over 2. All right, that's number 1. Anybody have a question?
Do you have to have work for this?
I want you to show me that and that. We'll do another one, Maggie, and you'll catch on. It's pretty easy. All right, let's go to number 2. All right, so how are we going to start off number 2? We're going to start off 7 sine in the parentheses with a minus 7 on the end. Does everyone see where I'm getting these numbers from? Okay, so based on number 1, how did we find this first number? What do I bring down? Bring down whatever they have for period. In this case, it's 3 pi over 1. All right, what do I set that equal to?
2 pi over k.
Good job, 2 pi over k. Now, I'm going to give y'all a chance to cross multiply and divide this one to see what you get. I'm pretty sure. All right, well, let's try it. I'm going to multiply these two. I got 2 pi equals, when I times these two, I got a 3, a pi, and a k, right? What do I divide by? You divide by whatever's with the variable. So we divide by 3 pi here and 3 pi here. So if you would put in your calculator 2 pi over 3 pi, it should give you 2/3. So that's going to be 2/3 x. Okay, what did we bring down to find the second spot right here? The phase shift. So I'll bring down pi over 1. What do I set it equal to? If you're using the number for phase shift, you got to use the formula for phase shift. So that's negative c over k. So I'm going to write down negative c over 2/3. Remember, you found out that k equals 2/3 from the first part. We got to use it on the second part. Okay, y'all cross multiply and divide. Let's see what you get. Is that right? All right, Allie says I don't have to do it. She says it's negative 2 pi over 3.
How does the pi go on top?
All right, let's do it. Times these two, I got negative 1 and c. Times these two, I got 2 pi over 3. The pi can go on top or it can go just out beside the fraction, but it cannot go on the bottom. So divide by negative 1, I agree with Allie. First time all year. We got the same thing. I think y'all should be good.
Because I got 1.
All right, so times these two, you get 2 pi, right? Times these two, I got a pi and a k. So what do I divide by? Pi. I divide by pi, very good. So look, when I divide by pi, these pi's just cancel out. I'm left with 2, so 2x.
I just subtracted.
All right, for the other spot, bring down the phase shift, which is pi over 2. Set it equal to negative c over k. And your k we already found out was 2. All right, y'all cross multiply that, divide it, see what you get for the other spot. Positive or negative? Drew's saying pi. Jalen says negative pi.
Negative pi.
Got a negative in the problem. I'm going to guess it's negative pi. Let's see. Times these two, I got negative 2 in c. Times these two, I got 2 in pi. Divide by negative 2. Now look, if you'll just put that in your calculator, it does it for you. It is going to be negative pi. Did I write it down wrong?
Yeah,
Possible.
plus 1/4.
Plus 1/4. My bad. Last mistake I'm going to make right there. That's it right here, Jay. Alright, so I got pi over 1 equals negative c over 10. I got negative 10 pi. Somebody check 10x minus 10 pi. Yeah. Alright, so if y'all are good on 5, then that means I can sit down and let y'all finish those last 3. Let me go back. Amp 2 period over 2. So we got 2 cosine plus 2. Pi over 2 equals 2 pi over k times 2. I got 4x on number 5 for the first spot. All right, do that second spot now. So I got pi over 16 equals negative c over 4. So we divide by negative 16. All right, you're going to get a fraction. How about negative pi over 4?